Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday night, everyone. Happy as a new week, and welcome to this episode of Session Block Marathon Madness. I'm your host, Jonathan McGain, and we're gonna get into this episode. So let's get started. So today we're gonna talk about season 8, episode 53. Be thankful, no pyramid. And then season 7, episode 9, mental math Monday. So let's start out with season 8, episode 53, Be Thankful, No Pyramid. So in this episode, it starts out with Hunter doing the pyramid time at his home. And he announces it's Thanksgiving week. Um, and there's only 2 days of school before Thanksgiving break. So there's no use, so it'd be silly because there's only 2 days of school. It'd be silly to do a pyramid for only 2 days of school this week. So he's going to give the Burhead members a break this week and not do a pyramid. And that they should be thankful for it. So be thankful there's no pyramid this week. Now, and then he says bye to his mom and gets on the bus, and then he gets to the school and gets breakfast. And then he gets on the Hartman bus, and then he makes it to Hartman, and he is an early childhood education day with Miss Higgins. So they do their lesson plans, their weekly calendar, and then they have their 15 to 20-minute break. And in the second half, they finish their weekly calendar and lessons, and then they go into the preschool room and get prepared, get at materials and anything that they need to prepare for one day of preschool that week because it's only 2 days. But they still need to prepare for it. And then the Bellings of Hartman, they get back to the high school. It's time for study hall, and then they go lunch. And then Hunter go chit chats to the barhead, talks about their weekend, talks about their Thanksgiving plans this week. And he reveals to the barhead um, that there's no pyramid this week due to only being 2 days due to Thanksgiving break. Which the Burhead, and to be thankful, and the Burhead members say thank you, and they're thankful, and they're happy that there's no pyramid. Uh, so everyone's happy, and they all chit chat, and they have fun. And then Hunter eats his Chinese chicken for the day, because it's Monday. Monday is the Chinese chicken day. Um, and then after lunch, he goes to science with Mr. Mindock, Mr. Miller. They have their lesson and activity. And then pre-algebra, not pre-algebra, algebra 2 with Mr. Stevens. Today, he's there, but he's not doing lesson today or tomorrow. The next day because it's the Thanksgiving break. So Hunter's happy about that. He's thankful about that. So he just watches TikTok, watches YouTube, just play some games on his phone, and they just chill. And then, um, and then he goes to resource and he has nothing to do, so he just chills. And then U.S. history with Wild Woodridge, they just have a lesson, and that's pretty much it, I think. And then the bell rings at 3:30, and then he goes home for the day, and that is it. And then season 7, episode 9, Mental Math Monday. It starts out with Hunter doing a pyramid because this was back in like August. So he does the pyramid for the barhead. Um, and then he gets to the bus. He gets to school. He gets breakfast, and then he gets to Hartman, and then it's very childhood today. Miss Higgins, but it's just a general like lessons and stuff like that. Um, because there's no preschool yet until September, so this is pre Mr. Hunter. But they just do some lessons and assignment, and then they have their their break, and then they finish the rest of the day at Hartman with some more lessons and some activities and assignments, and then the bell rings for Hartman to get back to school, stay home, and then lunch. He chit chats with the Burhead, all is good, they have fun, and then they reveal the pyramid for the week, which went well. And then he eats his lunch and has a good time. Then goes to science with Mr. Bendock. This is before the student teacher, I believe. That's a little bit. I think that starts the second 9 weeks, this is only the first. But anyway, they have a lesson, activity, assignment, whatnot. Then Mr. Stevens out of two lesson, assignment, and it's driving Hunter a little bit mental. The activity that they're doing in Algebra 2, and it stresses him out. But him and some friends, they get through it. They get help, um, and he gets the activity done. And then he goes to a resource with Oswald and Miss Oswald Hunter work on the math assignment. They get it done for the day, and then he goes to U.S. history with wild lineage, and they have a lesson and an assignment, and then. The bell rings at 3:30, and the mental Monday is done. And that is it for this Marathon Madness. I'll see you for one last episode this week before we go on Thanksgiving hiatus for a couple days. But I'll see you here Tuesday night for another Marathon Madness. Bye.